Well, this month, OMSI is hosting a special show that teaches kids about science through magic and illusions.
We're on the go with Joe this morning, who's live with a world champion magician to learn about the impossible science. And I'm telling you, this last segment you had blew our minds, so I can't wait to see what comes next.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's really fascinating. Jason Latimer, not only a three-time world champion of magic, he also holds degrees in physics and mathematics. So it's really interesting. Impossible science is how he takes these, in some cases, very elaborate magic tricks. It's the whole show, and then gets kids to talk about STEM and kind of what's behind all this. So you're going to kind of explain the difference between science and magic, right?
Yeah, I eventually realized one day that the difference between magic and science is nothing more than a difference in understanding. And I'll explain. Take a glass of water, home experiment time, take a glass of water, take some blotter paper, get it nice and wet so you get a nice tight seal on this. Now, if you had never seen this situation before, it looks like magic, right? However, through your questions, you learn that the forces in the cup are greater than the forces of gravity. The suction is now holding the piece of paper up from the bottom. This is no longer magic. This becomes physics. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Your understanding makes this possible. So if I take the piece of paper away,
whoa, okay,
and the water stays up in the cup.
Now I'm freaking out.
The funny thing is, this situation is still physics. It's just now one of us has a better understanding of what's happening. One of us have asked the questions that make this possible. Like if you take a look, if I snap my fingers and the water stays out of the cup. Now the question behind this is simple. If you didn't understand it, you would call it magic.
Yeah.
But if you do understand it, you call it science. And so magic is nothing more than something you don't understand.
Okay.
And I'm going to prove a point here with an illusion of knowledge. Inside this box is another box. Why? I don't know. It's a magic trick. Just go with it. Okay? All right. By pulling the black box out of the green box, we can assume one thing about the interior size of this box versus that box.
It would be smaller, right?
Right, which is why it looks so odd that the green box can fit inside the black box.
Yeah.
That
is strange.
It's not a magic trick. It's actually a mathematical principle. The boxes are the exact same size, they're just in different orientations. All right? But you would have tricked yourself into saying they must be smaller, and you would have moved on. That's the illusion of knowledge at work. You trick yourself into saying, I know what's possible, I don't need to learn anymore.
So simultaneously blowing my mind while filling it with knowledge. And
Exactly.
That's so amazing. So Impossible Science, guys, it's going to be here at OMSI throughout the entire month of February. Jason is doing, during the week, a number of shows for local schools. And then on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can come into OMSI and check him out in person. And again, have your mind blown and fill it with knowledge. All right, you're 2 for 2 on these segments today, Jason. I got to say. And guys, hey, coming up a little bit later in the show, Jason's going to do, tune in at 8:45, our last segment. If people have some cards at home, they can kind of play along at home.
If you get 9 playing cards, I will teach you a mathematics magic trick that has no sleight of hand, but will blow everyone's mind, including your own.
Okay, all right. And if there's one thing I need, it's more mind-blowing right now. Jason, thank you very much. More Impossible Science coming your way in just a bit, guys. Let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Joe. I can't wait. I wish I had some cards here so I could actually do this along with you guys there at OMSI. I find it so interesting, too. It makes you really think about it, right? Even if as you're trying to understand it, your mind is going, which is so important.
It's so cool. And just getting people excited about science.